Matt Hancock's charitable efforts have transformed literally tens of lives. His efforts for dyslexia awareness include mentioning the condition 3 or 4 times on I'm a Celebrity. And he donated a whopping 3% of his appearance fee to a dyslexia charity. Now he's focusing his extraordinary efforts on Ukraine and wielding the power of disruptive technologies to support the war effort.
I want to tell you about a family living here in England. They're an ordinary family, but last year their world was ripped apart because, being Ukrainian, when Putin started his illegal invasion, they had to flee. Irina and Mariana, who's 5, came here to England and have been living in West Suffolk ever since. But Oleg wasn't able to follow because he had to support the war effort. But Oleg is not a fighter, he is an artist. He's exhibited right across Ukraine, and now he's managed to come here too, and is going to be exhibiting some of these extraordinary paintings which show landmarks of Ukraine, many of which have since been destroyed by the war. In order to support the war effort and support families like Oleg and Irina and Mariana, they will be launching an NFT with Coinbase in order to raise funds. So please, support those who've been displaced by this horrendous war. Support people like Irina and Oleg and Mariana, and support this NFT and this wonderful Ukrainian art.
The man constantly surpasses his own partridgisms. Punters will be able to buy those NFTs from the end of this month. NFTs, non-fungible tokens, are being made by artist Oleg Mishenko, and they'll be sold on the crypto exchange Coinbase. Only one has been made so far, and it's already been claimed by Tom Duff Gordon. He's Coinbase's Vice President of International Policy. Mishenko's wife, Irina Korobkina, and her 5-year-old daughter fled to the UK from Ukraine in April 2022. Mishenko stayed in Ukraine to fight, but joined them later. Financial Times has a little more background on the story. They report this. 7 members of Korobkina's extended family moved into Hancock's $2,200 a month rented constituency house in West Suffolk last April. Mishenko joined them in December, having been discharged from the army for medical reasons. Oleg, Irina, and their daughter moved out of Hancock's house on Friday. The NFT sale was launched the following Monday. So how much of the money is going to charity? The Financial Times goes on to report. Hancock's press spokesman explained that 90% of the sale proceeds would be donated to Care International's UK humanitarian appeal, with 10% going to Mishenko's family. Coinbase will be waiving transaction fees, he said, and for Hancock, a good deed is its own reward. Well, we found that from I'm a Celebrity.
Taking this story on its own, without what else we know about Matt Hancock, I can kind of imagine, it's a bit of an embarrassing project. I mean, obviously, I'm sure the charity's good, but like the NFTs, non-fungible tokens, it's an embarrassing thing. Like, they're ridiculous. But I can imagine you're a politician, you know this family, you feel a bit sorry for them because they're struggling. They've had to flee a war-torn country. They say, Matt, you've got a big profile. Could you advertise this, please? And to be fair to him, in that video, he looks like he is being held at gunpoint. You would just wonder what's going on sort of below what you can see on the screen. Like either he's trying to hold in like a really heavy butt plug, or someone is like prodding him or threatening to prod him with something very hot, all completely bizarre. But yeah, I suppose so I'm somewhat forgiving of him when it comes to the NFT. I think the idea that Matt Hancock does a good deed for a good deed's sake is a little bit far-fetched, though, given what we know when it came to I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, when he was paid, I think, £300,000 and donated a 5-figure sum to charity, that 5-figure sum being the lowest 5-figure sum one can donate, which was £10,000, but he was very proud of it nonetheless. So I have very little trust in the guy, but I think the idea of, doing a shout out for something which, you feel a bit under pressure to do, I can see how it would have happened. I don't necessarily think there was some sort of deal where Matt Hancock says, look, can you just leave this house? If you leave this house, I promise I will do a social media video where I promote your NFT project. I don't know, is that what we're insinuating? Do we think that there was potentially, this was the terms on which Matt could kick them out of his country home?
Look, let's break this down. This is somebody who's not particularly trustworthy, in my opinion. And when it comes to their personal philanthropic efforts, as I'm a Celebrity proved, they're not perhaps as generous as they like to make themselves out. And he is promoting something which ultimately somebody will profit from. And I have no problem, like you say, with the process of going to the artist. The artist created it. I get that. But I do find it strange. I do find it strange that MPs can promote things which somebody will profit from. In this instance, I agree with you. It's entirely fine. But the regulations around it just seem quite strange to me. And, it's probably less perfidious than I'm claiming. I think it's probably just more about maximizing brand Hancock than anything else. But, I find it strange. And I find it strange that people like this are not only in politics, but they think this is normal behavior.